Yeah.
Peak Speed Lab 164.
Hey, this is Strick with Peak Speed Lab 164, where we are about to see gravity and mass meeting friction. And in this case, the ramp will decide who wins. So I'm going to do a quick overview of the track here, so you'll be able to see that, kind of the two gates that we're going to be using today. The Hot Wheels gate for the 6-lane super highway or super speed track, and then the PlayRobotics for the 6-lane for the lap times. And again, short form race track, but we're going to just, this is going to be a fun thing. We're not going to be putting this down anywhere, the results of this is more of a, let's break up the sort of the mundane measurement process, since we got at least a handful of cars that we can use. Again, 3 of them are from the Japan historic set. The other one is just a one-off, but they're all for real riders Hot Wheels cars from that line. Anyway, so let's see how it goes. All right, we'll see you in a bit.
Hot Wheels racers, pick your lane!
Okay, we're about to get it started with the 4D class cars of real riders, 3 of them Japan historics. One of them is the McLaren F1, which is still the fastest in the group as of the testing. We're going to take it all the way down for the short form drag strip. We're going to run 4 races, and there's going to be points that will account for whoever gets to this gate first will get like 3 points. And then there's going to be a point system based on the fastest lap, and then who comes in second, third, fourth, etc. We're using lanes 1, 2, 5, and 6 because we've got this little lever here in the middle, and we don't want to take any chances on them, cars being impacted by that. But we're going to rotate. Each car will run in each lane once. We'll add up all the points, figure out of the 4 how they perform. And that's going to be it. We're just kind of doing this as a fun little race, since we have at least a few cars to do this with. But we'll continue doing the measurements and test runs of all these other cars that are in the boom. Yeah, you see all of that? I got a lot of cars still to go through. Some of the discard packages from the cars we've done, but those are, we got the box here. We've got these cars here. Some stats from the notes that I've been taking. Okay, and then check this out. We got the Batmobile set, another Elite set. There we go, part of the lab right there. So this should be a fun exercise to see how these cars perform. Right now, the McLaren in lane 1 this is set up based on the fastest, based on their times. So that McLaren F1 ran the fastest, average of 10 laps. The Datsun 620, second fastest, as you can see. Then the Toyota, the Trueno there. And then the Skyline in lanes 5 and 6, respectively. That's the short form raceway. Let's get it. Okay, we're about to do the 4-car racing situation. There's the scoring. So we've got the Hot Wheels gate. It's just gonna tell us who comes in first on the short form drag strip. And then we're gonna use the PlayRobotics for the placement, the final placement and time. So as you'll see, we've got 4 vehicles: the McLaren F1, the Datsun 620 pickup, the Toyota AE86 Sprinter Trueno, and the 77 Celica from Toyota. So those are the 4 that are in the same weight class that we've already ran or done the test runs and stuff. So this is just more of a fun, like one-off kind of a race. We're going to see how these 4 do. We've got first place is worth, for the PlayRobotics finish, we're going to track the placement. So first is 10 points, second is 7 points, third is 4 points, fourth is 2 points. If you come in the gate first, that's an additional 3 points. And then, of course, the fastest lap time is 3 points. We're going to be entering all this in the database, but we're going to race these cars, and then we're going to do basically 4 laps. Each car, they're going to race against each other, but each car will get a chance, one shot in each lap, and there are no warm-up laps. So this is going to be what it is. It's going to be a fun thing with the 4 cars we have so far. But let's see how it turns out. Let's see if the results from their test runs and their averages kind of match up with how they perform here in this little 4 heat race, I guess is what you'd call it. Okay, we'll be back at the track. Okay, here we go. Heat 1. It's about to be on. Oh, okay. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're gonna pop up the time here and see what the times actually were, and we're gonna take them in. All right, be right back for Heat 2. All right, we've got Heat 2. We've got that Skyline in lane 1, McLaren F1 in lane 2, Datsun 620 in lane 5, and that Toyota Trueno in lane 6. Let's see how Heat 2 rolls. So, ooh, pickup got hit that first. All right, we'll find out what these results are here in a bit. All right, Heat 3 is about to get underway. I always check from behind here to make sure these cars aren't starting out rubbing up against the rails or the track. This looks pretty squared away. Let's see if Heat 3 brings some another round of interesting results. Lane 5, that's the McLaren. Boom. Okay, that pickup and that McLaren are definitely running close to each other. Let's see. Yeah, look at those results. All right, that was Heat 3. One more to go. All right, we're about to get busy with the 4th and final heat. Once again, we've got no rubbing on any of these sides. Everybody looks pretty straight. And I think it is time for round number 4.
Winner, lane 6.
Lane 6, McLaren. McLaren's a bit faster, but that pickup always was running close. So we'll see what the final results were here with the times. All right, we're going to put all the numbers in. I think we know who won that overall race, but we'll still see where everybody fell, where everybody's placement was. All right. Thanks for joining. Okay, welcome back to Peak Speed Lab 164, where gravity of mass definitely battled some friction. The ramp decided who won, also decided who tied. So I'm looking at the results. First place, that the McLaren F1, of course. It's not part of the Japan Historics set, but it is a real rider, and it did fall into the D class, the D weight class. So that came in first with a total number of points of 57. Second place was that Datsun 620 pickup truck. It actually won one of the heats, so that was interesting to see. That came in second with 43 points. But we had the Trueno and that Celica Skyline with tied for third place. They both came in with 14 points. So with races 1 and 2, the Trueno won, but races 3 and 4, that Celica Skyline won, which I wasn't expecting. I don't know why. I thought that Trueno was going to run a little more consistent, a little faster based on how it had performed. But anyway, we have the podium then, McLaren, Datsun, and then the tie for third, the Trueno and the Skyline. So that was it for the first fun short-form drag strip race, where we figured out placement and then the time of each lap. They each got to do their own lane, 1, 2, 5, and 6. For a round, so that was kind of a fun little jaunt. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the videos. Anything else you want to see, let me know. Otherwise, this is Strick again for Peak Speed Lab 164, where gravity and mass meet friction, and in this case, the ramp decided who won. All right, we'll see you in the next one, all right? Cheers!